Now it's recording. Yeah, due to technical difficulties, it appears that we've lost the first two matches. Sorry. Let's hope we can gather the others. Wrong chat bow.
Probieren wir es nochmal.
So. Yeah, also if you're just watching this and really like playing this game, but you're not on the Crucible level, I think you're not on the Crucible level, there's the Black Flame Academy on every Tuesday, either European or American time. There we teach ships and loadouts and just the game in general, so if you want to learn stuff, feel free to come.
Also, I think it's worth noticing that you cannot be not on Crucible level, because it is meant for everybody and for everybody that just like enjoys the game. So don't feel too bad for playing the Crucible. Even if it seems like we've got a lot of good players here tonight, it is actually open for everybody who feels like doing it.
Exactly. I guess there's only one main requirement. No matter what skill level you are at, you need to listen. If you don't listen, it's not the right place to be.
Well, unless you're a captain, I guess you can decide some things yourselves. Another requirement is that you can be present at the time that it actually happens.
Yeah.
I've seen enough people who, well, voluntarily or not, cannot do that, and it's always a bit of a hassle for organizers to get last minute sub in.
It's actually surprising that no team went for canyons yet.
But so far, everybody was okay with the matches they had proposed.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, we get a bit of a different matchup then, and it's nice to see that. I always like variation, even in map votes. So we've seen this setup before, did we?
See,
have to say that. No, we didn't. This is match 3. Okay. So Euroduck Simulator is on red team. Yep, that was a. We have Carrot Vampires on blue team. And we'll see how that goes.
So 2 minutes left.
So far, both of these teams have lost their matches. 5-0 for the first match, which was Unbalanced Veterans of SES against the Euroduck Simulator, and 5-4 in case of the match Veterans against Carrot Vampires.
Exactly. And
just looking at this,
we will see the first Magnate in this match, and this Crucible, and the first Crusader.
Oh dear! I didn't believe that we'd see one tonight. Amazing.
I mean, you're kind of bound to see one if either Xenog or me is flying, so.
I missed Magnates so much. I can't get enough of them. Really.
You can't get enough Magnates? Well, tomorrow evening you will get a lot of them, I presume.
I mean, Magnates are fine, but really, I feel it gets a bit boring if people bring only Magnates to a match.
Yeah, that's true.
And I kind of pity that, even though it's very predictable what teams will bring, it's still hard to actually get a good counter to it.
Yeah. But now we are in Crucible and not SES.
That's true. It's nice to have seen only one Magnate so far. With lock chips, this is the setup that will go into the match. And we'll ask captains to wear it up quite shortly.
Well, 3 of them already ready up, so we are off for a good start. Oh, and with that we go.
Yeah, that was just pretty much on clock when the timer ran out.
And with that we are on Kinforth. Let's wait. No one is flying a squid, so a certain incident will not repeat itself.
Who
Likely.
knows? Who knows?
Well,
So always new things to discover on this. I feel like it's quite a big map.
I think I've seen the spot, and none of these ships fit there.
I mean,
Anyways,
it's such a big map. We didn't really see all spots where ship could or could not fit through.
ship number 1 is the. Hold up. Sorry, I'm confused. Is the Smooth Brain, the Spire, piloted by Ictrin. It has a front watcher with a side Gatling. On top we have Flag and Gatling. Ship number 2 is the Firefly, Magnate, piloted by Portable Grump. Front double watcher, Gatling, front double Gatling. Artemis Caro on top and Caro, Artemis Flag. I'm really confused. And Caro watcher in the back.
On the blue team, we are Cybern Razors, a nice and shiny lime green, well, grass green Crusader, piloted by Senok. It has Gatlings on top, flak guns on the middle deck, and a carronade left side, watcher right side front. And finally, for our fourth ship, What Are Frogs, piloted by Where Am I, is a junker with slightly adjusted gun angles. We have on the left side a Artemis on top and another Artemis on the bottom. Front side is a Gatling gun, and the right side we have flak on top, Gatling on bottom.
Actually, Zenok is not flying his usual Crusader, he is instead something that I tend to call a Meta Crusader.
What is he usually flying then? I mean...
double Watcher Rest Banshees.
I see. Well,
And
it remains to be speculated why he went for this option here. Probably adjusting to the ship that the enemy brought.
yeah. And with that, both teams, well, they haven't spotted each other yet, but it seems they know where they are. Oh, Magnet spotted. And Crusader
Blue.
So, this is the start of the first engagement. Firefly losing its balloon already.
Yeah, but they're fighting back.
Almost bouncing onto it.
And they're very low on hull armor too.
Yeah, but low on hull armor is not that bad, I would say. Low
True,
on thermal is worse.
If you're in a Crusader,
well,
you can't really.
Actually,
you can't
with the recent patch.
The recent patch didn't make it a very bulky ship. It still is fragile as hell, even with the little patch.
Yeah, but with that patch, you can't kill it with one greased flag clip anymore. So we'll need at least 2.
Well, it's a small improvement, I'd say. A very small improvement.
It is a very small improvement, but I think it will be notable if you really get into desperate situations.
But thing is, with a Crusader, you don't want to get into desperate situations in the first place.
Yeah, that's also true. Well, currently it appears that both teams are going for the more mid-long range engagement, well, rather mid.
I think this team just like checking a bit out what the other team is up to, using a rather passive approach here. With Smooth Brain going around the building, we'll see a little bit more action.
Around a bit. And
yeah, Smooth Brain does so too.
Artemian arc? Exactly.
Smooth Brain is running around. Oh dear! Smooth Brain was on a really nice attempt to get behind We Are Cybern Razors, but bumps into the crane there very badly.
Oh!
Shaking it off track.
The chains with collision.
It was not even the chain. It was really the crane itself.
The crane, yeah, okay.
It was the
Firefly
crane itself.
now moving in, but moving into a double team, it appears.
Smooth Brain is here to help though. Might be too late anyways.
And sits on the pipe. Takes significant amount of damage, I would say.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
it doesn't look too good.
Almost getting broken. And Firefly getting killed by the Junker. First kill blue.
Smooth Brain is now disengaging rapidly. Moving backwards at this speed through the labyrinth is
It's difficult,
he's
especially
doing it
with Drift Tail.
he's doing it very well though. Look at this. Good piloting
Yeah.
skill from Ichthril.
No, he lost his balloon though. And the Crusader is just sitting in his face. Now even going for the ramp. And that was a successful ramp kill.
This is We Are Cyber Razors for you.
Exactly.
So a 2-0 lead from the Carrot Vampires. Eating their enemies alive here.
Yes.
And as far as I can tell, they didn't take any perma-hull damage yet.
No.
Even though some situations were a bit closer than it looks right now.
Yeah, the We Are Cyber Races was really close to being broken. But they barely managed to repair in time.
Now, in the end, it depends on who's winning and who gets out of the engagement alive. They did.
Yeah. And the red team respawned in the north. Which is, appears to be like a good call, since blue team is facing the other way.
I mean, they get a bit more time to prepare. But still, they'll have to
Crusader is
find each other
spotted.
again. Oh,
How
never
was
mind.
Crusader spotted?
I'm surprised here too, but maybe if the crew of the Firefly could see it through the buildings. There was a small window for them to see them. They took a chance.
Okay, both teams are aware of at least one of the other ships, it appears. Well, with the Smooth Brain successfully hiding behind the building, and the Crusader successfully going around the building. Now moving in. And the Spire being a bit out of position.
They have to get back fast here. I mean, good call on making a trap here, but they need to pay attention that Firefly is not too much on its own against blue ship teams.
Yes.
Blue team's ship. That's the right way to say it.
Some good
Move
optimized shots coming from the water frogs. Meanwhile, the Crusader
Firefly is
moves in,
again
gets
very
it.
much in danger. Smooth Brain needs to be fast here.
Yeah.
That's able to distract We Are Cyber Razors from Firefly, sacrificing
now
themselves.
They are moving themselves into the gun arcs of the water frogs.
Yeah, I feel like the coordination between the Firefly and Smooth Brain is not optimal yet when it comes to engaging.
Yeah.
Smooth Brain going on traps a lot,
And
diversions.
with that, Smooth Brain is dead.
Yep, that's the end of Smooth Brain.
Actually killed by the Junker.
Yeah, they've got the Artemide power for that.
Oh, we are Cyber Razors being broken. But oh wait, no, but they took damage. And with
They
that
did a bit.
damage, one
Yeah,
break
Water
and they might
Frogs-
die. So that's
Water
just a
Frogs
problem.
is revenging them though. Firefly is not really doing well against that Artemis fire.
Nah. They still have the engines though.
True, they still have their engines. They don't have any guns to fight back though.
And no balloon.
Whee! No hull
With
armor.
that, Firefly
Yep.
sits down on the rank.
A little
Yes.
bump to the train marks the end of the Firefly.
We are, yeah, blue team. So the Carrot Vampires taking a strong lead in this match.
I love that Water Frogs is actually colored in a very carroty orange, while We Are Siren Razors is more like the green that grows on top of a carrot. Nice team coloring here. I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
You'll get the design award tonight for sure. Most stylish team.
Even though I would say it's coincidence.
I'm not so sure. I mean, those are both colors that you
Tactical
probably
bounce?
wouldn't normally. It could well be that it was on purpose. We'll find out afterwards if Xenox joins us on stream again.
Oh, on recording rather.
On recording, rather. Maybe he'll join anyways. Would be a blast.
Yeah. So...
Teams are quite far off from each other. It's gonna take a while until they reunite.
Blue team taking a comfy position inside of Red's spawn. Meanwhile, Red team spawned in the south. And this appears to be slowly moving north.
I'm a bit surprised by how clear matches are here tonight. I mean, we've only seen 3 of them. Maybe teams will adapt a bit better to the other team next matches. But so far, it feels like the team Eurodeck Simulator is not performing as well as the balanced team thought they could.
Yeah. Nope. Teams found each other. Shots go out. No real damage being dealt. Just a little skirmish.
Just a little fake damage. It's all fake damage here tonight. But it might well turn into real damage soon.
Yeah. Oh, smooth brain moving in really fast. So does Firefly. But once again, needs a balloon. Red team
You want
certainly doesn't.
Down they go. Well, they would be
Smooth
bad
brain
off if
broken,
they did need
but
it.
no flags go out yet.
Some Artemis shots land, but hit components and not only the hull.
Yeah. Oh, yes,
They're under very much Gatling fire here, though.
Flags do go out, and with that, the Siren Racers are dead.
Oof. Which brings the
What a
Eurodeck
fuck, in a
Simulator
really
back
bad
on the
situation.
scoring board.
They're being targeted by both ships. It's unlikely they will survive this.
They probably won't. The question is, can they do some damage themselves? But it looks like
they lost all
won't.
the guns. There's no chance for damage.
And with a
they are
little
dead.
bump with that cool pipe structure here, they go down too.
So, will this be the beginning of the comeback of Red Team? I hope. I want to see more engagements.
I certainly do too. And we still have 8.5 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
So there's time to express yourself and find some innovative ways to deal with the enemy teams.
Even though from my experiences in playing Crucible, you don't pay attention to the timer. Until it's like only 2 minutes left.
Well, that's what the referee is for. He'll call it out if it's over. There is no overtime in Crucible, right?
Nope.
That just doesn't exist.
If one team is leading, they will win on if the time reaches 0. If there is a draw, the team with the first kill advantage will win.
I see. Okay, fairly simple. We are
Siren
Razor.
Razors being in a really bad spot right now, being
They
cut off from its ally and chased by a
curious spot there. Probably
chased by a drifting, burning spire. Wait, well, no, they're not showing it. Okay.
Well, they wanted to, but they bumped into the building.
That could have been a disaster.
Your Siren Razors probably chose that spawn to make it a bit easier to actually find the enemy, but it happened to be closer than they expected.
Well, but no, once again, both
out.
teams are united and are looking for a way to engage the other team through this town. Oh, ruin. Ruin town? How would you call it?
Looks pretty ruined to me. Still a town though, I guess. Not a very lively one, but it is a town.
Okay, blue team moving in together. Spots go out, and Artemite do too. Smooth Brain once again going for the fast approach, but loses balloon in the process, and drifts into a building. And with that, they are dead, and blue team takes the victory. The third match of the Crucible.
Yep, Carrot Vampires take the victory here with a 5 against 2 match. They'll have a break as we repeat all the engagement that we had in the first round.
Indeed we do. So yeah, it's will be Eurodac Simulator against the unbalanced SCS veteran stack.
It is. Let's see how it goes this time. Another 3 fun matches before us.
Also,
Looking forward to it.
At this point, we have played 3 matches. We are halfway into the Crucible. So and the Engineers Union mandates an offer of a 5-minute break. Welcome back, now.
Look at who we have here. Nice.
Hello there. I would kind of object to that this time, actually, since all the teams get to sit out one match.
I will still say it. And
the Engineers Union mandates that offer when it's an even number of teams.
That makes sense. Well, I'm fine with going on.
Yeah.
Besides, it's already going to last like 2.5 hours at least.
Yeah. Also, hold up.
It is a less known fact that the more vibrant the ship color, the less likely it is to be seen.
Yeah. Vibrant colors are really good camouflage. Especially on magnates.
Crusaders as well, though, but magnates, yeah. Agreed.
And
True. It happened to be
we
really
have
nice.
The first match on Canyons.
Finally, it happened to be a really nice combination of carrot colors, actually. The orange and the green. I loved it.
Green isn't green like raw or something?
No, I mean, if you buy carrots freshly from a market, you have some green attached to it, where when it grows, it has green on it.
Yeah, I understand.
You only your carrots in the supermarket.
To be honest, I can't remember the last time I've seen a carrot.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it's so much more delicious if you buy them fresh with the green part on it.
Yeah.
Or like have them growing in your garden, which is nice too.
Well, not everyone nowadays can get a garden.
That's true. I don't have one either. I miss it a lot though.
Ironically, though, I am lucky enough to have one and to have one of these next to me.
What is these? Oh, that sounds like an apple.
Yep.
Don't make me get some food myself too.
Apologies for tempting the audience. And apologies for looking like an asshole.
The good old game since cliche, or cinema since 2.
Well, I mean, you have to protect yourself from the doctor somehow, so might as well doing it on stream.
Exactly.
Or recording.
You're recording. Oh, let's just call it stream and pretend
Yeah,
that people actually listen to us.
Yeah,
pretend
let's
the
just
stream works.
dream. Y'all can hope. One day.
Yeah, I should really get myself a new PC. It's not only the stream, it's also the rest.
Come on, don't be poor. Get a new streaming rig.
Yeah.
I built mine not too long ago, and it isn't that expensive. Somewhere around 500 euros or something. You can get a decent PC for that price. Start to know what loot to pick up.
I don't want to know where you picked up the parts for your computer.
I bought them online.
Yeah,
Not
but it's
in
true.
Not
If
in
you,
a backyard sale, it's.
yeah, it's not really where you get the newest parts, I guess. But if you know how to build it yourself, which is not so hard to do, you can cut quite some money on parts that you don't need.
It's like building a Lego, except you have to screw a lot.
Yep. I feel like it was more fun because it has also had some risk of ruining everything in it.
Most noteworthily, the CPU. When you're putting that thing in, the stress is unreal.
Oh, that's true. Also, like the feeling if you push the power button for the first time.
Oh yeah, that as well.
The moment of truth was like, oh my god.
Is it running or is it going to... Oh shit, it's dead.
Exactly. Which team is complaining? I've got no idea who could ask for something like that.
What? Which team? What? Who's complaining
Take a look
about
into
what?
the Crucible discussion.
I'm not exactly surprised.
No.
Our options this time were rough, to say the least. The pilots were quite hard to get working, and they're complaining for one solid reason. Communication, I think.
Probably. It's such a big
I remember
deal.
the fact that I was communicating with, Mike quite much.
Yeah, the peers communication is key in this game.
Well, that's of course. That is the truth.
And while we are rambling about, we should be going into match number 4. Slowly.
Yes, the timer is over
Number
just as we're speaking.
4. Up 6.
Yes, all the same.
It looks like we have 2 Pyramidians against 2 Junkers.
Interesting.
Double ships. Interesting.
Interesting.
Also, Zanok, in this lovely match, I will give the honor of doing the first 2 callouts to you.
Oh, how nice of you.
You just want to be treated better the next Crucibles when Senok is the ref again.
I mean, he already treated me quite nice, so outside of Crucible, even when I mess up hard.
Well, it's part of the game. That's why you're playing Crucible sometimes.
It's in a different game.
Oh, I see.
Indeed.
Well done. Go ahead.
Let's us get into the glorious ship callouts. Ship number 1 is I don't do Roman numerals, piloted by Thrill.
It's 2014.
Don't care.
Keep going.
Front Gatling Carronade, side Banshee Flare. That's an interesting ram ship right there. Ship number 2 is the S. Isvascania, piloted by Portable Grump. It is Artling. Front Gatling Artemis, side Flak and Flamer. Interesting.
That's gonna be interesting how it plays out. We have on ship number 3 Twisted Light, captained by Lord of Spades. Oh well, no,
Artemis.
wrong.
Artemis.
Wait, I was like, wait, that's strange. Artemitis is captaining it, of course. We have Artemis on the left side, a Gatling on front, and another Gatling flag combination on the right side. And the 4th ship, another Crusade. Sorry, I'm messing up things tonight. The Junkers, Stay in the Grave, captained by Tears Are Fuel. 2 Artemis on left side, Gatling in front, and Mortar Gatling on the right side.
And both teams are already engaging each other with the 2014 tanking a lot of
Let's
Automi.
just call it I don't do Roman numerals.
We can agree on that. He's doing damage though, if we don't do Roman numerals.
Yeah, but so is blue team to red.
Twisted Light is under heavy
danger. And with that, Twisted Light is dead. That was too much flying flag action.
Yeah, the aggressive Pyramidians beat the slow Junkers.
Mm.
And now
By
stay in the grave.
just a little
Beware of the
bit, though.
pain.
Indeed. But let us not forget, dear friends, that blue team is the winner of 2 matches. Thus,
Mhm.
I'm pleased to see this site of destruction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe
Now make
the
red punch.
Euroduck simulator
Pulling
can
it back
finally
out.
simulate some damage.
They got bribed, maybe.
That simulation looks quite real to me.
Indeed it
With
does.
another
And with
blue ship
that,
down.
the stay in the grave is dead, and red team takes a strong lead.
Stay in the grave, went to the grave. Thank you, I'll be here all week.
Probably won't stay in the grave though. Guess they still have some plans for the rest of the match, with just
with
2
red
oath
team
in
sitting
favor
in
of
blue team
Euroducks.
spawn, this could make for an interesting engagement. Especially with red going into these engagements with a slight disadvantage. Okay, both blue team ships taking a far side spawn. Actually, the teams can't really see each other right now.
They can't. The fog is covering up the red team quite efficiently, and there's a big cliff behind them. Yeah, I can't say the blue team is to be blamed for not seeing red, and vice versa.
Yeah, that was a very foggy situation there.
But now we are doing the one and only Ring Around the Rosie.
Well,
Yeah.
it
we're
looks
actually
like blue
not
team is not
the
taking
PS.
part in Ring Around the Rosie though this time.
They're
They appear
slowing
to be rather
down.
stationary, with red team now moving forwards. Oh, blue team going back.
I wonder if they are aware of red team's shenanigans of going around.
I think they are. It kind of seems like that.
Well, yeah, looks like it. And I think red team is kind of on to blue.
And stay in the grave, just bounce on the pipe.
And there we go, first spots.
Yes. And now they will bounce on each other. Yes.
That's just 2 big pillows here. Having a little pillow fight. S is for Scania engages stay in the grave from behind.
Going out.
And the attack on I don't do Roman numerals.
That's
I guess we should shorten it to no numerals.
no numerals. No Roman numerals. Did get off quite easily here. I expected them to take more
lost
damage.
some
Stay in the grave
Oh,
is
that was a
going
poop.
down.
That was a poop. Flax,
Stay in the
accurate
grave.
flax,
Taking a
sufficiently
lot of
good
damage and
flax.
is dead. Meanwhile, the no numerals gets broken too, but no mortar goes out. Is it mortar or is it flag? I'm sorry, no flag.
It's a mortar.
Now it's
no,
a
it's a
flag.
flag on Twisted Lights.
Twisted Lights has the
That's-
flag.
Yeah,
Those
stay in the grave
Roman-
has a mortar on it.
Those Roman numerals are barely alive.
Yeah, they are.
It looks like you
Appears
can't
that
get
they
rid
will
of them
survive
though.
with
For
Twisted
now.
Lights taking a lot of
For
damage.
now.
And they are dead.
Yeah, red team is mopping this up quite nicely, but
This Crucible is so unbalanced. They're like, oh wait.
are you forgetting last
That's-
match was kind of unbalanced, but the third match, no. No,
No,
second.
Yeah, the second one was a really nice comeback from your team, and also in this match here, I think like that Euroduck simulator is not that superior, not super superior. Just lucky that
if they get the
we don't
engagement
do
they
Roman numerals
want,
survived.
that might be a little more helpful. Also, now
It's
red
just
team
a question
is
of-
definitely going in the next engagement with a disadvantage, with Pyra the no numerals being one break away from certain death.
Yeah, what I would have done in Roman numerals case is do a for the Emperor charge.
Into some random terrain.
No,
No.
into the enemy.
That works
You
too.
could still do some damage with your ram, even if you kill
Exactly.
yourself.
Oh
I
yeah.
may even get lucky.
Oh, this seems more like the engagement the blue team is really wanting, with doing some long-range Artemis spam. Even though
There
red
is a
team doing
chance
it.
that blue can come back from this. Red is quite arrogant in thinking that their Pyramidion will stay alive, though.
Oh, both blue ships now focusing their Gatling fire on the no numerals.
I don't
Trying to
know
get the
what
break
no
and
numerals
get
is
the-
up to. But
Twisted
Twisted
Light
Light
is
is the
already
one suffering
broken.
first.
And here comes the ram, here comes the ram, and yeah, boop.
Bing.
Then it was-
Oh, meanwhile, Scania is taking a lot of damage. but barely survives,
Yeah.
and no Numerals is dead. The Get did its work.
And
They-
SS Roscania is also dying.
They're
And
also
they are
dead.
dead.
Yep.
So,
4 to
There's
2
no
in
possible
favor of
first, takes
Euroducks.
first engagement.
Yeah, Blues come back. Only slight perma damage. So yeah, this engagement has worked out for Blue.
Mhm.
So yeah, we've seen this situation before.
Indeed.
Let's see how it works out this time.
No, Roman numerals and SS for Scania both respawned at the far back of their map. They'll have some
Oh, yeah.
time to build up their systems before they actually engage.
No, even though it appears that no Numerals is already moving forward. Oh, both teams are. Both ships.
They should usually buff your systems on the fly and not back in the stationary haven.
Yeah. It appears that blue team is waiting for red team and looking for the perfect waiting point.
Yeah, they're looking for a spot that is not too cloudy, not too hilly, to be able to anticipate red's
Yeah, they're
movement
both
from a bit
preparing
farther
their
away.
port sides with the double Artemai.
They pray that they can stop the unstoppable force that is two Pyramidians.
We'll
Will it
see.
work out? No idea.
Well, right now it appears they're going for a keel line. With twisted lights being spotted and S for Scania too. Aside.
We don't do Roman numerals, is still very well hidden in the clouds.
It appears
Evading
that they are
this.
now moving around this pillar, even though blue team is preparing and expecting them from that angle.
And here comes the attack. The great charge. And
Even though some
that's
really good Artemai go
That,
out.
that was a ram for sure.
Yeah, and Stalingrad
I
lost its
think-
balloon.
successful ram.
Meanwhile, the no numerals lost its perma.
A comeback is now beginning.
No flags.
Maybe.
Some flags do go out, but not that severe damage.
The twisted
Meanwhile,
light is
using a
not
double
looking
focus being
good.
broken.
Red team is playing
That
this very
thing is gone.
aggressively.
Bad for them.
No doubt about it.
And with that, the twisted light is dead, and the
Yeah, the Junker did not do
Euroducks?
much to help this situation.
Euroduck Sim takes the victory in match 4.
And I once again return to participate.
Thank you very much for having the pleasure here on the recording.
Thank you very much for, well, hosting for me, so I can get a breather once or twice.
Yeah, you should enjoy
Yeah.
the game sometimes too.
And now in round 5, we will have the unbalanced SCS veteran stack against the Carrot Vampires.
I lead you now.
Okay then.
Mm-hmm. Surely will do so. That's for sure. So we have team switching here. Unbalanced SCS veteran stack, if you want to call that full name, it will be on Team Red next match, while we have Carrot Vampires on blue team. Last matchup here when finished with 5 against 4 in favor of the Carrot Vampires. Oh no, not in favor, it was against Carrot Vampires. Sorry. Let's see if we get that close match again. Remains to be seen what teams make out of this engagement here. Feel like we're still missing some people from the blue team. Let's see that we get them into the thing to... Alright, here they come. Blue team is slowly filling up with the carrot vampires strolling into the lobby. Next match will be on Parrot and Rumble if teams don't decide to go for something else.
Well, I guess Parrot and Rumble is a maps people do play on, but it really depends on preference. Even though I certainly saw and had some really funny matches on Paraton in Crucible. With, for example, double Magnite and one of them getting stuck in between two buildings and dying.
Magnite's getting punished is always good.
Problem being, the other team already dealt damage.
Well, it's even more fun then.
Indeed. So just in case you're not aware, if one team deals damage to an enemy ship and it then dies due to terrain, the enemy team will be rewarded the kill, or will get the kill.
Obviously.
Granted is the word I'm looking for.
Mm.
So yeah.
We're still waiting for votes from team members though. With the minute almost passed, I tend to stretch that minute out a little bit for teams to actually have time to speak their minds.
I mean, if they really want to, they usually a bit faster.
I've experienced that people are a bit late on actually calling map preferences.
Yeah.
Just like there's a lot to be discussed if you're 8 people that are haggle about which maps you take.
It's usually either they all have the same idea, or someone suggests something that nobody likes. So, for example, if you get a certain matchup, one definite ban is Crone Gambit.
Oh, does it happen to be in the rotation sometimes?
It is on the map list and it is on the rotation, but it usually gets loaded out like instantly.
Why do people not like Crown Gambit? What's wrong with it?
I actually don't know.
And there must be a reason for it to be unpopular.
Yeah, I don't mind playing on it, but apparently people do. Well, there are certain spots where you can get stuck on terrain. Or in terrain.
I see.
So that you have like a mountainside and you can't get out of it.
Okay, that sounds nasty.
That's something that I have experienced.
But you usually not want to go so close to terrain anyways. In principle. It's easier said than done.
Definitely. So, teams are set. It appears there's no changes going on.
Here's our fuel changed to a Spire from his junker, while Sanok and Veramai are bringing the same ships that they have before. That's true.
It was certainly two ships that were quite nicely together and full. Oh,
yeah, it's
Artemis now going for Spire.
Oh, is today the day where you're only allowed to take double things, the same thing as a teammate?
Nah. But let me just take a look at the Spires.
I'd love to see 2 Spires actually. I'm a big fan.
It's minus double minus Spire. They're both doing the same loadout.
Ooh.
If these things get an engagement on you, you have a problem. Because if they both focusing one ship, that ship will have no guns in arc. And if they fire, those shots will miss.
True, but the Corsair won't even try to have their guns in arc. They want their ship as a brick in arc, and they'll have that nevertheless.
Yeah, and I believe that takes with such a... So yeah, they're doing... They're doing
I thi-
it appears that blue team goes for a close range brawler and a long range support ship.
Yeah, I mean they adapted to the strategy of red team, which is now themselves changing some things up because they can't really have double Minospire against that. They could go double Pyramidian as we're seeing it now.
Interesting choice. Let's see how the counter picking action goes on.
As we'll soon have only 30 seconds to lock. Teams need to make their decisions quickly now. I could imagine that they're happy with what they have now.
Yeah. Oh, where am I changing to a junker?
Junker is a good counter to a Pyramidian, usually.
Yeah. Ah, no, this game is starting again. It appears that some people are unable to spell a word with 6 simple letters.
That's alright if you're stressed.
Which one? So where am I? Did it change?
I think he was a junker before.
It could be a gun change. Well, it's certainly red team's turn to ask for a minute if needed. And they do. So we have 1 minute extra lobby time and 30 additional seconds after a lock.
Mm-hmm. Well, bless you. I'm absolutely aware that you won't hear that, but it's alright.
Yeah.
I'm still
type
blessing
some
you.
random sentences.
Be
Yeah.
blessed,
Yeah,
nevertheless,
sorry
my
that
son.
you had to listen to that, but I can't press 2 hotkeys at the same time. Actually, 2 hotkeys involving 3 buttons. Okay, PS teams are not that sad actually, since Zenok changed something.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But
they're
this
probably...
time
and we
we're
are
locked for
so
good.
that change was really late, but no additional minute will be granted.
Yeah.
No second
There's
additional
an
minute.
end to all things, and this is the end for counterpicking now.
Exactly. Okay. So, do you have a guess?
On
Well, on, let's say, what would be your guess on the end score?
6-9, probably. At least.
Well, that's helpful. Thanks. It
Well, no,
appears
I'm really
that
bad
the
at
blue team has a
things.
little oh, okay, you already did. Okay.
Yes, they couldn't do it themselves, so I added a little help.
Yeah. So, with that, we are starting match number 4. No, 5. Sorry, 5. Ship
Just
number 1
I
is
feel like we've had a bit more.
number 1 is the Home Resonance, a goldfish piloted by Artemis. It has a front carrow, right side flamer, left side gat and mortar. Ship number 2 is the Soaring Bogger, a Pyramidian piloted by TSR Fuel, with a top left Gatling and top right mortar. On the left side we see a bottom carrow and a top flare.
Ship number 3 is captained once again by Zenok. It's the Borealum, a Magnate. On the right side he brings a Hwacha, Artemis and a Gatling in front. On the left side it's Hellhound, Heavy Twin Carronade, a Flak and another Gatling. Then for ship number 4 we have Water Frogs again, captained by Where Am I. It's a flag Gatling on the right side, Gatling in front, and 2 Artemis on the left side.
It appears that the teams already found themselves, and first shots go out with the Soaring Blogger taking some Gatling fire, but no serious damage being dealt yet. That being said, some is able to go out.
Soaring Booger is the first one to lose its hull armor, dropping down to cover.
Taking some perma damage, but once again, nothing too serious. Okay, Home Resonance now sitting very high. That maybe was a little much, Hydro. A little too much.
Well, it's sometimes hard to dose that.
Yeah, but since they're out of Gatling range, Blue Team can't really capitalize on that.
Soaring
now
Booger is
appears to
kinda
be
sneak.
setting up
Yes.
kind of a flank. They are moving forward a bit.
They seem a bit unsure. They're not really moving fast.
No, they're not. Meanwhile,
Oh.
Home Resonance is moving forwards once again, now sitting in the double focus of Blue Team with the Soaring Bugger now moving in on the Boreado. Going for the
Boreado
ram, it
bumps.
appears, but they take a front watcher.
Ow.
Boreado
They still
losing its
get the-
perma.
They
Ah.
get the Brack though,
It's hull.
but no follow-up.
Oh, Soaring Bugger losing hull 2, flags go out, and with that, he obtains the first kill. And Home Resonance now being rather bad.
Did you do something to your microphone? It sounds like you're in a big hall now.
I did nothing.
Okay, it's off now. Weird.
Yeah, it could be that I was a little louder. I was kind of screaming.
Don't do that
Oh.
again. It sounds creepy. It's really something weird with the
Yeah,
with
okay,
audio
yeah.
settings.
I think I know what happened there. But I will try to calm myself down a bit. Yeah, Blue looking kinda sus. Interesting. Blue was not the imposter. Are you sure about that?
I have to be. I'm the referee. I know who's imposting and who's not.
That seems kinda sus to me. Maybe we are the imposters.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we are.
So, Home Resonance successfully escaped that situation. Probably because the Junker was a little low in altitude, not in life or health. And now Red Team is trying to reunite. Actually, they're not.
No, they're pretty far from reuniting.
Yeah,
With a little
and Soaring Bugger
merry-go-round
probably
here.
trying to move in behind Blue Team, but they need to be way faster.
Yeah, they need to speed up a little bit. That's true.
Yeah, okay, the moonshine burn is real.
Whee!
Moonshine go brrrr.
Moonshine is really going. They're taking a shortcut now, though, realizing that Borealim and Weather Frogs are way in front of them.
Yeah, and Home Resonance realizing that there is an end to the world right behind them.
The end is nigh.
Okay, both blue ships being spotted. No spots on red team, but it appears that they are aware of the Ultrich's position. Not really of the Paris though, which is now moving in together with his allies.
Sneaking in on the button there. Good call.
Yes. Going for the Boreado. But the Home Resonance actually takes some good damage. It's broken.
Magnate is burning. They're cooking alive there.
And they lost the balloon. And now Soaring Bugger and the Magnate lose their armor. But Soaring Bugger takes the flag and is dead.
They get a really big chunk of hull damage off the Borealim.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Tanking on Magnate has become quite a lot more difficult with the hull being lowered a bit, so the pilots can't reach it from the hull.
Yeah, I really appreciated that change.
Yeah. It made it
Oh,
a little less overpowered.
Resonance
Home
is
resonance
bumping into buildings.
being
Oh,
stuck on the
that
building,
doesn't look
taking a
good.
lot of damage, but Borealam bouncing too.
Oof. It's not a
So,
trampoline show in here,
and
kids.
the
Take
soaring
care.
bugger not committing. He is staying back.
Yeah, smartly so.
Oh, never mind, he's moving in.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, the
some
home
resonance.
resonance was forcibly disengaged due to a
They
lost
had a little.
balloon.
They had a little briefer there, offering
Oh,
an opportunity
Borealam
for
taking
some
the ram
booger.
kill. Oh, but getting ram killed. From that, Red Team takes its first kill and has now an advantage on the Water Frogs, who lost its balloon.
Quite naturally against the blender fish.
Indeed.
They'll have troubles kicking their balloon up, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, please don't shoot flares, that kills my frames.
No, flares are cool.
No!
Kill flares. Flares are
I
the
mean,
secret
that
pro
was
weapon.
probably what hit the Borealam. That was probably a lethal flare.
Well, who knows? I'd like to think that it was.
Okay, Red Team taking the engagement. Are they sitting in blue spawn now?
Spawns are a bit complicated on Periton, I think.
Yeah,
Well dispersed.
at least they're not shared.
No, oof.
That's like the worst.
That's really a interesting layout if you have shared spawns. Can lead to interesting situations.
It's for example on Batcave. Batcave has shared spawns. Oh, blue team calling for a pause. There's no active engagement going on. They can't spot each other, so a pause can be granted and will be granted.
As soon as I find the pause countdown thing.
I think you found it. Oh, they lost a man. Okay.
It's not really obvious who it is, though.
Yeah. But who are we to judge? Oh, okay. Apparently he's already back. Well, I don't mind that.
Oh, it took me 3 attempts to type on pause here. I'm ashamed.
And with that, we are back in the game. That was a really quick pause.
Yeah, I could barely start up the countdown for a pause. But I like it that way. It's good to have people back. We'll never find out who had the problem, though.
Yeah. Actually, let me just disable the task manager really quick. So, that's looking good. Oh, Borealam being spotted, and oh wait, they're trying to pop on that distance.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job. They almost made it.
Oh yeah.
Good eye from the gunner on home resonance there.
Borealam reversing into a building. Doesn't have its balloon there. Oh, that's a really bad spot.
It's not so bad,
But
Joe. Red team
got
is
out.
keeping at a distance for now.
I mean, if he would have moved more into the building, he would have been
Oh, I
in
see.
trouble. Oh, home resonance, slowly moving in. Can't really see though on which they're committing. Okay, they're committing on the Water Frogs together with his ally. Oh wait, no, they're splitting up.
They're complicated maneuvers here. Sorry,
Borealam
Booker.
getting its balloon rammed, losing it
Yes,
in the process.
Booker has good chances against Borealam, as
Red
they're
team has
already hull
no
broken.
balloons. But Borealam lost its armor, but no damage being dealt. Actually, they
They did deal some damage.
And with
And
that,
now
they are
it's more
dead.
incoming.
That's the mortar for
Oof.
the win. Just consistent damage. Meanwhile, Water Frogs being in a rather bad spot, taking damage from both ships now. Home resonance being broken to 2 though. And anyways, no, they couldn't capitalize on that. So Water Frogs dead. Red team taking the fourth to lead. Can, sorry. Okay, blue team now respawning on the right hand side of the map. They instantly get spotted.
Well, at least that's a good sign. I feel like
Since there is a sight line onto that spawn from red team's position.
this map could use some direct engagements and not 5 minutes of merry-go-round.
I mean, you can't really go around on this map because it's so small.
We've
And
seen
there's
it
a
often
lot
enough
of terrain in the way.
Yeah, we've seen it often enough that teams play Ring Around the Rosie for like 5 minutes, but just running out in circles.
Yeah, but not necessarily on Periton.
Yes,
It's
of
more
course
something
on
you see
Periton.
on the canyons or
No,
Gitmo.
I've seen it a lot on Periton too, actually.
Interesting. Anyway, Home Resonance now moving in for the Water Frogs once again, and Soaringborg are moving in for the Borealum. Both blue ships now lose their respective balloons. Magnate being broken once again, taking some damage.
It looked like Home Resonance tried to fry its own allies or Ring Booger, which, due to the lack of friendly fire, was not really impressed by that. But now Water Frogs is taking the hits.
Yeah, meanwhile the Borealum is turning into the engagement, but its ally is now dead. With that, the Euroduck simulators, isn't it?
I think it's carrots.
Is it carrot? I am confused. No, it's the unbalanced SCS veteran stack that take the victory. Yes. We are both really confused. It's the unbalanced SCS veteran stack that obtains the victory in match number 5.
We've cleared things out. Let's just make sure that we get the right result into the challenge.
That's your job.
It's 5 against 2 for unbalanced SCS veteran stack. For sure. That's the right result. And we will have Carrot Vampires versus Euroduck Simulator as our last match.
Okay. Meanwhile, let me do some math. So, So this was match 5 and they won. How was the result in match 4?
Match 4 was 5 against 2 in favor of Euroduck Simulator.
Okay, and match 6 will be... yeah, okay. So that's... ta-dum. Yeah, the numbers of the matches 3 to 5 are still missing on the challenge.
No, they're not. You should maybe actualize, refresh the page. Because they're not missing up. They're not missing on my challenge.
Oh, okay.
You can
That's
scroll a bit down. There you go. Yeah, you just can scroll a bit down.
Oh, there it
match
is.
list
Everything
here.
is there. Perfect. You're doing it better than I am.
Well, I probably should know challenge better than you do.
Yeah, I don't have to handle that stuff usually. So, what is going on over here? They took that man. No, wait. Music simulator. That's 0. That's 2. 6. 0 plus shall be decided. And then the Carrot Vampires.
I mean, basically, the challenge is already doing the math for you. Right now we have 17 points for unbalanced SCS veteran stack, 11 for Carrot Vampires, and Euroduck Simulators have 7 points.
Well, but challenge is not remembering that you get an additional point for winning the match if you have 5 kills.
That's true, but it doesn't make a difference in this case here.
It certainly doesn't.
Not yet.
Even though the results are rather interesting.
And
And
how do you think they're interesting?
well, if you do the math, you get some interesting results, and but we'll see afterwards.
We'll see afterwards. That's good.
Anyway, we are changing to the relict.
We are.
I mean, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Boom, boom, boom. Looks good. Oh no, I actually have the time to do. Yeah, such kind of ambush was played. And it was in match 4 indeed. So, this is looking rather good. Yeah, this is looking good. No Crucible without canyons. Okay, 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yep, I was a bit late with the call out for 3 minutes, so it turned out to be 30 seconds.
Ah, okay. Oh, interesting. Blue team is now going for some legitimate business. Oh, that could be an interesting matchup.
Certainly a unusual one. Many Crusaders, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see who has the better teammates or who plays their Crusaders better. As Red Team already signalizes they're ready to take whatever Blue Team will throw at them.
Currently it appears that Blue Team is still considering their choices. Because if they would be set, they would probably ready up. By the way, just for the sake of a nice image, I would actually like Blue Team to win this match. So that in this level we have 1-3 on both sides. I know it's silly.
I guess we can arrange that. I mean, we're referees after all. Why not mess with stuff a bit here?
That would be
symmetry.
I guess that would be a strong case of mod abuse.
Probably would be the last time that we were allowed to do a Crucible. And righteously so.
Yeah. Ships are locked. Apparently there was a gun change, kind of last
Yeah,
minute.
Portable Grump did a little gun change.
I
Still
don't
good
think
to call it out though.
Here. But let's see what Red Team does.
Alright, you were waiting for S for Scania to be ready. To start into the slash match, and they are.
Perfect. Out of that, We are loading in to match number 6 of the Crucible with the Eurodax Simulator playing against the Carrot Vampires.
Alright, let's hope that this last match goes down well and entertains us. I think we do have a
Actually,
very promising starting situation.
Yes, so ship number 1 is the We Are Cybran Razors, a Crusader piloted by Xenon. In the front he has a double Minotaur, in the middle he has on the left side a Morton, on the right side a Flak, and on top deck he has on the left side a Gatling, on the right side an Artemis. Ship number 2 is the other ship, piloted by Where Am I? It's a Stormbreaker, with a right side Watcher, and on the left side he has Gatling and double Artemi.
Ship number 3, another Crusader piloted by Ichthril, Gatlings on top deck. We do have Flax on the middle deck, and front 2 Watchers, a very well mirrored Crusader. Ship number 3, S, is for Scania, piloted by Portable Grump. It's still Artling, yes it is. Gatling and Artemis on top, with a Flak on the side and a Banshee in the back on gun slot number 4.
Ichthril in this case going for kinda meta Crusader. And charging in really quickly. Blue team is rushing the red team, who appears to be kinda caught by surprise. They are caught off guard.
Well, no surprise. They were not expecting for a Crusader to go into like
Ooh,
that.
That's some really nice drift save play right there. Even though the 2 Minotaurs of the Rear 7 Razors are surely messing their deck of legitimate business up a bit. But it's not enough to save their ally, it appears.
Oof. Other ship
With
is
the
taking some bad hits
the
there.
other ship almost dying. They are 1 flag hit away from certain death.
But legitimate business was hull broken already too. So they're not far away from
is broken again, but blue team is not in a
legitimate
position,
trouble there.
Sorry, red team is not in a position to capitalize on that.
Yeah, it was a nice vertical dodge by Ichthril there, using some hydrogen.
Yes. And now the 2 Crusaders are engaging each other with legitimate business being broken.
Both being broken
mortars
actually.
Go out. Not even damage being dealt. We have some risk from 2. Now it's ramming time apparently. Meanwhile, in the background, you can see the other ship being torn up by SS for Scania, and with that, blue team takes the first kill. Meanwhile, We Are 7 Razors is broken and takes a Watcher to the face. And at the end,
that was
it looked like they killed themselves with that little bounce.
It was a spectacular explosion for sure, with the most part of the hull being spiked up into the air.
Crusader deaths always look really nice with a little explosion going on.
It's true, it's true.
And now blue team is quite comfortably sitting in red team spawn.
Well, it's an unpleasant situation for red to respawn like this. They can't take the spawn.
Oh,
they
are respawning and they are respawning on the far side. They are instantly seen, and the Artling is in a really good position to start this engagement.
Yeah, legitimate business rushing in from behind, showing that Crusaders are quite fast ships if they want to be.
Especially with the Moonshine Drift Sail combo and buffed engines. We are 7 Razors being broken already. No real damage goes out. Oh, maybe now? No. Meanwhile, they are taking damage once again. Watcher to the face once again.
Watcher's not doing much to the guns though. Still many guns alive on Rear 7 Razors, but they managed to get a hull break on legitimate business.
Well, I guess that Watcher was more aimed at the hull actually.
Well, you never aim the hull with the Watcher. I mean, that's so good at aiming with Watcher in most occasions.
Okay, We Are 7 Razors being broken once again. Oh. Meanwhile, in the background you can see the SS3, SS for Scania and other ship engaging each other once again. SS for Scania losing its armor. We'll win on that. But it's getting instantly rebuilt and no real damage being dealt. Well, kinda.
Well, it's still half perma.
Yeah.
It's close to real damage, I'd say.
Eh.
At least for my standards.
Other ship getting broken. Ah,
A little bit of help from legitimate business, but
no
not
flags
much
go
perma
out.
hull.
And other ship will now bounce on the rack. And Estostania body blocking a bit the Watcher from his ally.
Yeah, they're not really
Oh, the
maneuverable
German
in
business
here.
being broken, losing a lot of armor. But they just barely managed to repair it. But other ships
Ooh.
eating some watchers as Stenia was broken.
Yeah, that was very important to watch us salva there. Saving Esses for Scania, which was not able to
And
move again.
with that, the legitimate business is dead. That was a little too much for that small Crusader hull.
The other ship is doing an awesome job and keeping the engines of Esses for Scania down, which is being pushed by a Minotaur shot into the huge derelict that we have here, marking the end of their existence for now.
And with that, red team is close to blue spawn. Actually, one of blue's spawn is right next to them. Not that they will spawn there, but
Well, they could. I mean, spawning right on top of your enemy can be an option.
Correct. Then, oh no, they're spawning inside the wreckage. Red team hasn't seen that yet, and no teams are not aware of each other. And it appears that we are once again playing Ring Around the Rosie.
Not for long, though.
Oh,
I feel like teams will see each other quite soon.
I don't actually think so. With blue team now leaving the relic.
True, but I mean, there's not many options for teams to go, so
Yeah.
they probably can estimate where the enemy is. If they want to do something different, they could. But it looks like they prefer just to play Ring Around the Rosie a little bit more. Enjoying it.
My game just froze.
Oh, what are you doing with your rig?
I will cut the screen to black really quick and I will rejoin. So, keep the radio show going, please.
Well, once more, you'll just have to imagine yourself what's going on. We have the very bright colored VR Cyber Razors, which is up down to about a quarter of its hull.
I am back.
Engaging legitimate business here.
Walk over. So,
pushing it over with the Minotaur.
Okay, we are back.
It looks like legitimate business is suffering quite a bit from that long-range engagement here.
Yeah, and they took some damage. I think they might open to the flag clip now. And we are 7 Razors taking some damage too.
That's
they went in damage from the previous engagement already. So
Estes for Scania was going in very aggressively, missing a ram on VR7 Razors, pulling it a little bit off course. They're back to break the hull armor of VR7 Razors now.
VR7 Razors losing both engines. And on a Crusader, you can't steer unless you have both. And they are dead. I guess you can't be sustained fire from a Pyramidian behind you.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
usually hard to do.
Flags going in arc. No, not that. The other ship being broken. No flags
Just
required.
too many Gatlings. Too many Gatlings going in there.
Yes. And with that, blue team decides this engagement's for them. And now being 4-2 in the lead. Okay, VR7 Razors are already respawning, but really far away.
Over at the other side of the map.
Yeah, okay, now both teams are reunited and sitting in their respective spawns.
Well, let's see who makes the first move here. Both teams seem a bit reluctant to get too
my money
close
would
too
be
soon.
on red team.
Well, blue team might get bored too, who knows? Looks like red team is at least repositioning a bit smarter now though.
Well,
When we have
actually my guess would be that once blue team sees red team, or their team sees blue team, they will charge at each other.
It's a little bit like
The two
jousting in the
Crusaders will
Middle
probably
Ages.
just try to go for the close range engagements as soon as possible. Or at
Yeah,
least the
red.
legitimate business, because that's definitely not a long range build.
True. We do have spots now.
Oh. Legitimate business trying to get into a position where they have cover. Oh, blue team going for the relic.
They don't want to be wrecked by this Minotaur this time.
Yes. And the double Artemai of the other ship.
It's not really a pleasant spot to stay.
Indeed. Oh, blue team now doing some tactical bouncing. Getting into the arcs of the other ship. Artemais go out.
And now it's legitimate business pressing forward, as you mentioned. Other ship eating a bit of long range watcher. Not too
Going for the
dangerous though.
double Gatling on the Crusader. Ooh,
Nice.
that's a lot of Gatling power going out. Witness being broken though, losing half its power in the process.
It opens a bit of a
Meanwhile,
way
VS
for
Raiders being broken
Scania.
too, but no damage being dealt.
Nah, SS for Scania overshoots a little bit too often here.
Yes,
Finding
indeed.
that Crusader.
Now they just ate a face watcher to the face, disabling both their top guns. Digital business now trying to turn for the other ship, doing some damage with double gat. And another watcher.
Other ship is in real danger there.
Yeah. Oh, they were one flag shot from death. But now the Gatling will do its job, and with that, the blue team, the Euroduck simulator, obtains the victory in this last Crucible match. And with that, if I just do the math real quick, we have a tie. With Team 1, the unbalanced SCS veteran stack, having 20 points overall, and the Euroduck simulator having 20 points overall too. Or do they? Or am I just stupid? Hold up.
I'm not sure. You're the one doing the math here.
There has to be something wrong in this.
I just know what Challenge
Yeah,
says.
I see my mistake. I can't read my own handwriting. That's a 0, not a 6. I'm stupid. But that's 14 points for them, and they got 2, I believe. Yeah, 2. So that's yeah, we still have a tie, but not in the way I expected. So the unbalanced SCS veteran stack, I'm so sorry for the messing up, obtains the victory with 20 points. But the Euroduck sim having 14 points, not 20. And the Carrot Vampires having 14 points too, so they will share their second spot or place. And with that,
Nice.
ladies and gentlemen, that was the Crucible, quote-unquote, stream. Sorry for the inconvenience and technical difficulties. Also, it appears that the first 2 matches have been lost. So I am sorry for the 2 teams, or for the teams that played them, but I will see you again next time with Xenox streaming in 2 weeks. So until then, goodbye.